Before we get started, let me say this. Alzheimer's caregivers don't give themselves enough credit. You are accomplishing more than most people or persons could ever imagine. Give this some thought. Caregivers operate at a very high station in life. While operating as a caregiver for someone living with Alzheimer's, or any type of dementia for that matter, we are performing at a very high station in life. We all know caregiving is often arduous and burdensome, and at times it can be heartbreaking. But the ordinary acts we perform each day can bring meaning and purpose to our lives. I'm Bob DeMarco. It is my belief that we are searching for meaning in our lives. I can think of few things as meaningful as caring for someone who needs us so much. Think about it, caring for someone who needs us so much. If you allow yourself to think and feel, if you open your mind up, you might come to the realization that these many arduous tasks that we're performing are not only necessary, they give a higher quality of life to the person for whom we are caring. I remember when I first wrote candidly here in the Alzheimer's reading room about giving my mother a shower. Many were surprised. Most men commented that they didn't know if they could do it. You can do it. For me, it was a necessary act of kindness and love. It was an important act because good hygiene is a necessary act of good health. When I finished washing my mother's hair and gave her a shower, she looked squeaky clean. Have you ever heard the saying, cleanliness is next to godliness? That's what I thought about the first few times that I gave her a shower. I did a good job. When I did, my mother seemed happier. This made it easier for me to understand the way she felt. I often felt good and happy after giving myself a good cleaning. Don't you? Don't you feel better? I wrote here candidly about the dreaded bowel movement. It included the fact that I had to clean up poop. You might think I was horrified. Many assumed I was. I was not. For me, it was a necessary act of caring, an act of love and kindness. I read recently on Facebook about a woman who was finding it very difficult to wipe her mom. She wanted to teach her mom, who was living with dementia, how to wipe her own bottom. She thought it would bring dignity to her mom. I agree with her on that. But did she realize that this ordinary act of caring was necessary? Perhaps it would have helped if she thought about the fact that she was keeping her mother free of rashes, sores, and infections by doing the wiping. I had this problem with my mom, and she did get a rash and sore. This can be life-threatening to a person living with Alzheimer's. We do what we have to do, and we do it well. The woman I described was performing what I believe is a necessary act of kindness. She is a very loving daughter. Caring is an act of love and kindness. Let me emphasize this. Caring is an act of love and kindness. Think about it. For these reasons alone, we are operating at a very high station in life as caregivers. For those who doubt their own great accomplishment each day, I ask, if not you, who would do it? I believe we are called to care. Many times and often we are the one, the only one. I believe caring does and will bring meaning to your life. Allow yourself to feel the happiness and joy of your accomplishment. Please think about this. As a caregiver, you embark on what just might be the most important mission of your entire life. When this mission ends, you will then have accomplished more than you could have ever imagined. You'll have loved and cared for another human being in a way that few will understand. Allow yourself to understand how wonderful you really are. I have written a series of articles that relate to this podcast. You can find the links to these articles below in the show notes. You can also find them in the transcript version of this podcast. The articles include The Frightened, Angry, Anxious, Mean Dementia Patient. That's a good one. Alzheimer's Care, The Power of Purpose in Our Lives. I really hope you will read that one. 5 tips, how to get an Alzheimer's patient to shower. One you might really find funny or disconcerting, Alzheimer's and the dreaded bowel movement. I wrote how an undetected urinary tract infection can kill an Alzheimer's patient. Think about it. And also, one of the more important articles I wrote, the effect of emotional superglue in Alzheimer's care. My name is Bob DeMarco. I'm the founder of the Alzheimer's Reading Room. Right now, we have over 35,000 active readers. I invite you to join with us. It's a free service, and I also invite you at any time to send me a question, and if I can't answer it, I'll do my best to find someone who can. Thanks for listening. I'll see you all the next time.